So that the first thing is that in the most important things in your organization behavior, the personality. Okay, but before that we have to understand what is personality. In this organization, different people have different kind of personality, so we have to judge their personality according to that, their personality is fit for our organization or not. So what is the personality, what kind of theory, what are the types of the personality, and what are the traits of the personality. So if we are going, just we have to understand first one, the concept. The personality mean derived word from the persona. What is the meaning of persona? Persona is the meaning of the mask. So that it is the Roman word persona, denote that one appears to another. What actually, we people have different kind of personality. For example, we have our personality in front of my father is different kind of, my mother different, my friend is different, my sister is different, my wife is different. So we have different kind of relations, so we have different kind of personality. We cannot put, yeah, we are not putting our one kind of personality in front of a different kind of person. So that one Woodward's 1947, personality is the quality of individual total behavior. So what kind of quality you have, this is the total individual behavior reflect to your personality. The determinant of the personality. So what is the determinant? Determines what kind of factor just influence the shaping of our personality. So first is your heredity factor, environmental factor, situational conditions, our experience through life, and the people we interact with. So I think these five things is the most important, has a most important role in to mold our personality. For example, heredity factor, means the genes factor. Okay, for example, you just look like your father, you just looks like your mother. Okay, this is kind of heredity factor. So whatever changes is going on in our personality, it comes from our family background. Second is environmental factor. For example, the society. Okay, so that whatever, so we just learn from the society, we just change accordingly. Third one is situational factor. You just enter the any organization, you just change yourself as per the situations, your professional life and the personal life situation. So as per the situation, you just change your personality. Love, second love, our experience through life. So what our experience we are just gaining, so according to that we just change our personality will mold. And the what people we interact with, so we just influence from that people, so we just interact them, so change our personality. These are the determinants of the personality. What are the traits of the personality? So these are the three traits. But here are the enduring characteristics. So what is the meaning of trait? Traits mean characteristics of the personality. So 16 traits, MBTI indicators. Okay, Myers-Briggs type indicator and the Big Five model. So first is your 16 traits. But what is the 16 traits? 16 characteristics is just defined by the Cattell. That is called your 16C. So it was earlier 17,953 individual traits. After the filtration, the researchers isolated 171 traits, but conclude they were superficial and lacking in descriptive power. Third one, the result was the identification of the 16 personality factor by Cattell, which he called the source and the primary traits. So finally, it is called your 16 trade out of 177, and the 177 is out of 17,953. These are the 16 personality dimension. For example, the if the person is has a shy nature, the person is shy nature, just suppose that the person is a bold nature. So these are the 16 trade. The second is your MBTI indicators. So in the MBTI indicators, according to this MBTI indicator, personality test to date, but how people usually act or feel in particular situation. Like the first one is the person is introverted, or sorry, person is extroverted, the person is introverted. The person is sensitive and the intuitive. The person is thinking, the person is feeling. The person is perceiving and the person is judging. So the person is introverted and the extroverted. So like the person is, and these are the differences between the introverted and the extroverted. The person is work contentedly alone, but here is like to have people around. The person in extroversion usually communicate freely, but here they have some problem communicating because these are the introvert person. Then extroversion are often good at greeting people, but here is have trouble remembering names and the faces. So these are the most of the differences in the introverted and the extroverts. The tends to work faster, dislike complicated procedure, tends to carefully with detail, dislike sweeping statement. So these are the introverted and extroverts. The people are introverts and the extroverts. The big five model of the personality. So these are the big five model of the personality. The person, according to this one personality, is categorized. The person have these five types, five traits of the personality: extroversion, agreeableness, consciousness, emotional stability, openness to experience. So the introversion is kind of your social level, great cases, assertives. Agreeableness, the person is good nature, cooperative, trusting. Conciseness, responsible person, dependability, dependable, persistence, and organized. Emotional stability, calm nature, self-confidence, secure under stress, versus nervous, depressed, and the insecure under stress. The openness to experience, curious, imaginative, artist, and the sensitive. So these are the big five personality traits. Type A personality and the type B personality. What is that type A personality? So this is the type. You can see this picture. The type A personality, because this, so this person is kind of some of activist. So type A moves, impatient, multitasker, dislike lazy, and the obsessed with the number. This is the type A personality. Type B personality never suffer, doesn't need to display, play for run and the cancer. You can see in this picture the type A personality and the type B personality. See, the person is a type A personality, is active mode. The person is kind of can is just relaxed mode. Now this is the most, what are the stages of the personality. So according to the stage of the personality, the two authors just describe the personality. The first is Erikson, second is Sigmund Freud. So according to Erikson, 1950, he just described 8 stages of the personality. So we just display this one. So you can see the 8 ages of man. Erikson 1950. You can see the infancy, early childhood, play, school, adolescence, young adulthood, middle adulthood, late adulthood. So these are the according to Erikson. So you can check infancy, the birth to 18 months, early childhood is the 18 months to 2 year, play is 3 to 5 year, school is 6 to 12 year, adolescent is the 12 to 18 year, young adulthood 18 to 15 to 35 year, middle adulthood 35 to 55 year, late adulthood 55 to death. So these are the stages. Next is according to Sigmund Freud stage of personality. Only 5 stages of the personality: oral stage, anal stage, phallic stage, latent stage, and genital stage. So the oral stage birth to 18 months, 18 to 3 to 4, 5 years, 3 to 4 to 5 to 5 to 7 years, and so on. This is the two types of the stage of the personality: the Erikson and the Sigmund Freud stage. Now, what are the main theories underpinning in the personality? So, these are the four important theory underpinning the personality: psychoanalytical theory, self-concept theory, social learning theory, and the traits theory. So these are the main four theory. So we are just going to the first one theory, the psychoanalytical theory. So this is just developed, yeah, by Sigmund Freud. Psychoanalytical theory of the personality has been based primarily on this concept of unconscious nature of personality. So according to this one theory, just describe key Sigmund Freud theory personality: id, ego, super ego in the three way. The person is the, for example, newborn baby. He just discussed the id nature. The person is some kind of rational and rational principles. Child learn to control or ego. So that's called ego. If the person some feel self punishment, guilty, that know about what is right and what is wrong, that is stage is your super ego. So that is the id, ego, super ego. Next is your Carl Roger theory, that is called your self theory. So self theory is just described by Carl Roger is credited with the self theory. So according to this one theory, just describe in a four way: the self image, ideal self, looking glass self, and real self. What is the self image? You can see in this picture, the one lady is seeing herself in a picture of what is the reality and what she want to. So you can see the description. Every person has certain belief about what and who he is. In other self image, one image to oneself. This how one see oneself. So you can check it in this picture. Okay, so this is the self image. What is the image of yourself? Ideal self. We all people just follow some of the idol in our life. Basically, similarly, this theory also tells about that. So according to this one theory, what one would like to look like, and the basic line of difference between self-image and the ideal self is that formal indicate. So the ideal self stand more important to motivate the individual to behave in a particular manner. So this is the ideal self. Looking glass self, how other are perceiving the individual. We are talking about the other person. So how others are perceiving the individual. And in other way, the way of individual think people perceive about him and not the way people actually see him. So this is about the perception about the person, the looking glass. The real self, actually what one actually is. This is the real self theory. So the first three self concepts related to the individual perception about himself or herself. So they will same or different from the real self. So this is your second one theory. Now traits theory. Already we have discussed the traits theory. So traits theory is just Alport and Kettle, the 16C, the 17,953. After that filtration 177. Now he termed as a source and primary trait 16C. So big five traits theory: extroversion, agreeableness, conciseness, emotional stability, and openness to experience. So they're the big five traits theory. Now the next one is the last one in this social learning theory. It is just developed by Albert Bandura in 1977. So according to this own theory, it is described in four ways. This is the four steps: attention, retention, reproduction, and the motivation. So what you learn from the society and the other things. So first is your attention, to focus on something or someone. If we just if we just focus on one thing, we just attention about that and just gather the information. Retention is kind of if you store the information for the observed behavior. Reproduction, you just store the information out of which kind of information is useful for you. So you perform like that. If you are performing, the result is positive, then the motivation. So these are the four steps in the social learning theory. So this is your overall your personality. Already we have discussed all things: your personality, types of the personality, traits of the personality, and your theories underpinning the personality, the stages of the personality also.